Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Go on. You can read after me, Ma. I swear by the Almighty Allah
I swear by the Almighty Allah
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me.
Could you kindly state your name, address, and occupation for the records, please?
My name is Hawa Sabali, and I live at Ajara Golf Course. I'm a legal practitioner.
Would you like to sit down, please?
Thank you.
Mrs. Sabali, you were summoned in relation to the sum of $3 million that, according to evidence that was laid before this commission, was transferred out of the jurisdiction on the instructions of Captain Ibu Jallo sometime in 1995. The date is not certain yet. The evidence also is that efforts were made to retrieve this sum, and actually some part of it was retrieved. The institution involved was, of course, the central bank, but we understand that the Ministry of Justice, the Attorney General's Chambers and Ministry of Justice was also involved. And to the best recollection of the witness, Mr. Abdullah Cham, he said that either Pap Cheya Sinseka or yourself might have been Attorney General at the time. So you've been summoned to assist the Commission on this matter, to shed light on this if you can.
Thank you. I was Attorney General in 1995.
From what date?
I was not the Attorney General at that time. I was acting Attorney General sometime in 1996. The Attorney General at the time who went to Switzerland and testified in this matter was Mr. Musa Bitey. I was his Solicitor General. And I believe he might have traveled with the central bank officers.
Okay, all right. Thank you. What do you know about this whole matter of the $3 million that was stated to have been transferred to Switzerland or somewhere in Europe?
I don't know much about it, apart from what this government said happened.
Yes, what did they say happened at the time?
There was an announcement on the radio. I believe the archives at the GRTS would assist this commission that the Captain Ibujalo withdrew some money or transferred some money from the central bank, and that was common knowledge to the whole public, and that it was sent to Switzerland, and there was a court case. As Solicitor General and as Acting Attorney General, and then after as Attorney General, I know there was, we had a Consul General in Switzerland who was following up on this case over there and would be sending from time to time some information about the case and the progress they were making there by fax. We'll make copies and send to the Office of the President. And I believe the archives at the Ministry of Justice, the files there, will be able to assist the Commission further. But apart from that, I don't know much about this matter.
Could you give us the dates during which you were Solicitor General and Attorney General, and Acting Attorney General, then Attorney General, please? Thank you.
I don't have the dates offhand, but I can make them available because I have my letters of appointments with me. I can make them available to the Commission.
We would appreciate that. But this would be from 1995 to end of 96, or when?
The transition ended in 96, then I became Attorney General in 1997 after the elections.
Ah, okay. So you were there from 1995 to approximately 1997, you believe?
Yes, and I was terminated in, was it July 1998?
July 1998?
Yes.
All right. How did the ministry become involved? Do you recollect? And who involved you? Was it the central bank or the office of the chairman at the time?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Okay, it's been a long time. All right. So you didn't go back to government by any chance after 1998? You didn't hold any other office?
No. Okay. I've been enjoying my private practice.
All right. How long, just for the record, how long were you in government? From which year?
I came back from law school in 1990, and I joined the Ministry of Justice from that period, 1990 to 98.
Right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sabali. Honorable Commissioners, unless you have any further questions.
Very well, you may go. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. I call the Managing Director, Standard Chartered Bank. Send follow.
can read it to me, sir.
Yes.
I swear by the Almighty Allah
I swear by the Almighty Allah
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing
and nothing
but the truth.
but the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me Allah.
Okay, we can wait for them.
Could you kindly state your names to the Commission?
My name is Usman Jai.
Your occupation and address?
I'm a banker. I'm the Executive Director of Retail Banking, Standard Chartered Bank.
Where do you live?
I live in Kotu South.
Sorry?
Kotu. I live
Kotu.
in Kotu. Yes, please.
Would you like to sit down, please?
Yes, thank you.
Standard Chartered Bank was summoned to appear yesterday. We have received no apologies or explanation as to why you did not appear.
Yes, please allow me to offer our sincere apologies for not attending the summons yesterday. The reason being, we got the letter, it went to the wrong unit, and we got it late in the afternoon of the 5th, and apparently was sent to the wrong unit. So by the time it came to the right place, it was almost 1 o'clock, and then actually we received a call from the Commission saying that we should appear in person. But like I said, we sincerely apologize for this.
Yeah, you were summoned in relation to two matters. One being the sale of Premier Agro Oil Limited.
Yes.
This was actually a facility, according to the evidence before this commission, that was acquired by the government from Standard Chartered Bank. You were also summoned in relation to Kairaba Beach Hotel, an overdraft that was given by your bank to Kairaba Beach Hotel. According to, again, the evidence that was adduced before this commission. So let's start with Premier Agro Oil Limited.
Yes, please.
Yes. Did Standard Chartered Bank sell Premier Agro Oil Limited to the government?
Yes, we did.
When?
We have gone through our credit file relating to this particular client of ours at the time, and it was sold in 2006, and what I have here with me is acknowledgement from the Standard Chartered Bank to Honorable Musa Balagay, confirming receipt of $10 million, being 50% payment of the sale sum of the Premier Agro to the Gambia government.
Okay.
And I have also with me evidence of payment of the second 10 million sometime in February 2007.
Do we have the sale agreement?
No, this was done through the courts, through the sheriff, and the first payment that we received came through the sheriff, through our solicitor, Ms. Drame, who ultimately made the payment to Standard Chartered Bank from her SCB client's account.
Do you have the name of the case? What was the name of the case?
No, I don't
In
have
respect of...
I don't have the name of the case here.
All right. What led to the court case? Could you explain how come you were selling, or yes, through the sheriff?
Yeah, Premier Agro were in default of their facility, resulting in these court proceedings. to eventually realize the security.
Who was Premier Agro?
Premier Agro is it was a company owned by Indians, and they were in the groundnut sector and involved in the purchase and processing of groundnuts. And they had the mill at the Denton Bridge.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the facility? Letter or agreement or?
No, but I can produce it.
You had actually made a copy available to just save time. I'll show it to you. We received it yesterday.
Okay.
I'll show it to you and confirm whether this is a copy. So you'll add it to the documents you mentioned so that we can have them admitted.
Okay. Yes, it is.
It is. Okay, could you add the documents that you mentioned, that is the letters indicating the price, all the documents that you mentioned
Okay.
already?
Yes, please.
Okay. That seems to be quite a number of documents. Could you tell us exactly what documents you're putting together?
Yes, I have here the statement of account for the Premier Agro Oils, which clearly shows the payments received into the account of Premier Agro.
Could you tell us the dates of the payment?
Yes, please.
Could you kindly give him a marker so that he can mark the payment?
It's already marked. It is marked.
It's marked.
Yes.
Okay, very well. Okay, give us the dates.
24th of August, 2006. A payment of $10 million into the account. And the other $10 million was came into the account on the 2nd of February, 2007.
Again, 10 million.
Yes, please.
All right.
This is a copy of the check deposit slip into the account of Premier Agro with the check number and the drawer's account and indicating the amount. It's a check deposit slip.
That's fine.
That's for the one deposited on the 24th of August 2006. And also there's this acknowledgement from Standard Chartered Bank.
Addressed to who?
Honorable Musa Balagay, confirming receipt of $10 million from our solicitor through the sheriff of the High Court as part settlement with $20 million for the purchase of Premier Agro Oils Gambia Limited plant. And in the letter stating when the rest of the payments was expected. 5 million not later by 31st of December 2006, and the final 5 million in the first quarter of 2007.
You said the payments were being received from the sheriff?
Yes. The first one was...
But the acknowledgements were to the Ministry of Finance?
Yes.
Why was that?
Whilst I don't have it on the credit file itself, I think ultimately the government took interest in this thing, in the plant itself. So the payment, it's a central bank check for all the one that is, there's a deposit slip coming from Ms. Drame, showing deposit of the check into her client's account, either Drama client's account.
That's fine. I just wanted to understand the dynamics of the sale.
Yeah.
If it was a sheriff sale, I was wondering about the involvement of the Ministry of Finance, because normally you deal with the sheriff and pay off, and he gives you a title deed.
Yes.
Is there any reason why you were dealing with the Ministry of Finance?
Yes, there is. Can you just refer to this, please? There is this meeting notes which talks about when we met that the then Managing Director of Standard Chartered Bank, O.J. Mukumba, Bernard Mendy, Head of Client Relationship, and Latif Soare, was Country Manager for GSAM, met with the Secretary of State, Honorable Musa Balegay, and the Permanent Secretary, Abdou Toure. And it's captured here in the notes where SOS Balagay instructed his permanent secretary to write a letter to the Attorney General requesting them to prepare the necessary agreement to purchase the plant for a sum of 20 million, repayable between July 2006 and July 2007, for signature by Permanent Secretary for Finance and Economic Affairs and CAO of Standard Chartered Bank, Gambia Limited. And according to the notes, he further promised to brief the President of the Gambia on our deliberations this morning. He promised to negotiate for a 50% advance payment to SCBGL by December 2006. I think that's the context, really.
Very well. So, well, it looks like it was arranged rather than a public auction.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let's have all the documents. Have you mentioned the rest of the documents? You were going to give us more documents than...
No, that's it.
That's it. We would like the notes as well.
Yeah, I've given you the notes.
The notes that you read
yes.
from?
Yes.
Okay. That's all you have in relation to Premier Go?
Yes, please.
And you said Latif Soare was the, country manager.
Country for GSAM, yes.
Did you mention a deposit slip for a second payment in February 2007?
No, I did
or
not.
that was just in the
Yes,
statement?
I did not. And that's why I provided the bank statement indicating the deposit that went into the account.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted? Notes. These are unsigned though. The Commission would require that these notes be endorsed by yourself as of today.
Okay. Yeah.
You call those notes credit notes. What did you call them? This document, what did you call them?
These are meeting notes. Meeting.
Just meeting notes.
A call report. You can call it a call report.
Call report.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd apply to have admitted the meeting notes, otherwise also known as a call report, with the Secretary of State for Finance and Economic Affairs, Musa Balagay, and his permanent secretary, Mr. Abdou Toure, and the officers of the bank. The CEO at the time was O.J. Mukumbo, Bernard Mendy, and Latif Soare. A check deposit slip for 10 million dated 24 August 2004. A letter from Standard Chartered Bank to the Ministry of Finance dated 28 August 2006. And the bank statement of Premier Agro Oils Gambia Limited, Saro Denton Bridge. From 31st May 2003.
Excuse me, ma'am. The copy of...
And also the facility letter
You brought this.
with regard to the loan to Premier Agro Oil Gambia Limited. Thank you.